Hey guys, are you wondering how working visa work in China? If yes, then I hope this video will give you ideas on how working visa work in China. So I will be covering the following topics, which are cost for the visa, travel documents required, time limit to work in the country, can a spouse, partner, common law, same-sex partner work in the country, are there any implications for spouse, partner who are in common law or same-sex relationship. And finally, if there are any limitation or issues for working in the country. So here are the following lists of the costs for the working visa in China. You have different choices if you want it to be regular, express, rush, or emergency. You can also have it done by the same day if you need it as soon as possible. This will be helpful for business meeting that needs to be done ASAP, but the only downside is you have to pay extra for it. So right now I will be talking about the travel documents that are required, which is the first one is passport. So you must provide your actual signed passport including one copy of the personal information page for your passport. So your passport must be valid for 6 months beyond the length of the requested visa. For example, your passport must be valid for 18 months if you requested a 12-month visa. Have at least 2 consecutive blank visa pages. Amendments and endorsement pages cannot be used to fulfill this requirement, and it should not be framed, torn, separating, or altered in any other way. So next one is you have to provide your photograph, and you must provide one completed visa essential order form. The form must include a valid email address and payment information. It has to include your signature in blue or blank ink. You must also provide one completed visa application form. The form must be typed. No handwritten application will be accepted. Include answers for all fields. If something does not apply, enter non-applicable. Display your full name as it appears in your passport and has to be signed. And there's also a note that the Consulate of China is requesting that 1.9 local ID card number on the Chinese visa application must be filled out with the following driver license, social insurance number, or citizenship. So you must obtain and provide a letter of invitation. A copy is acceptable. The governmental agency or the company to be visited is responsible for producing the invitations. So the Visa Central Company also offers an easier solution to help their clients complete the visa application. They secure the document preparation service. They simply provide answer to all the fields on the optional China document preparation service form, and a Visa Central visa specialist will complete and review the visa application for you in within 48 hours. You will also be contacted if any information is inaccurate or incorrect. This will save you your time and your expenses. So the Visa Central highly recommend traveler registration. Registration notifies the Department of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Development where and when you will be traveling. It also enables the government of Canada to reach you in case of an emergency abroad, or it inform you of an emergency at home. You can enroll in this optional service by completing the registration form provided in the Visual Central website. So next one will be the time limit to work in China. So I was actually reading a article based on China and Canada reach a reciprocal agreement on issuing long-term and multiple entry visa, and in this agreement the China and Canada will issue to citizens for business travel, tourism, or family visit multiple entry visa that are valid for up to 10 years but not exceeding of applicant's passport. They can stay within like 180 days if you apply for working visa and no more later than that. The employee can stay longer than that if the employer renew his contract. So if you receive a job offer from China and wondering if your partner can go with you and work there as well, the answer is a yes. So I actually emailed someone from the China visa company who provides answer to your question regarding working visa, and they told me that the person can work as long as they have a working visa as well. Your partner's name need to appear on the supporting document you receive from the Chinese employer. You can also provide a copy of your marriage license to prove that you guys are living together. So if you are worried that there will be implications for spouse or partners who are in a common law or same-sex relationship, the answer is no. As long as you can provide enough documents that stated both of you living together or a joint bank account or even a joint lease. So here are some of the things that you need to consider before opening a business in China or you're planning to work there. It's always best to have a Chinese partner. You also need to have the contract for a property that is allowed to have a registered business before you can apply for the business license. Also, you have to consider that getting a business license for a foreign owned entity can take up to 5 months. And lastly, it's hard to get a working visa unless you have a job or someone offered you a job from China. Thank you for listening. I hope this video provided enough information and ideas on how working visa work in China.